Hello everyone and welcome to our summer card camp. I am so glad that you have joined us and hope you have as much fun creating the projects as we have. So let's get started. Today, week 1, day 1, you were probably wondering, Wild West, what the heck? She's gone crazy. You know, I do consider myself really a city girl, but 3 years ago, last month, our nephew married the cutest girl. Her name is Abby, and her family has a ranch. And so they actually hosted the wedding reception at their ranch, and it was beautiful. It made me want to have a ranch. Now, they had just purchased the land, really, so there weren't any buildings but the tents, and oh my gosh, it was absolutely gorgeous. But it really got me intrigued. Now I've been to rodeos and everything. And now, even though I may be a city girl, there is a cowgirl inside of me somewhere as well. So I hope you have fun with our Wild West theme. One of the things they have on their ranch now are Highland cows. And they are so cute. And my cute little granddaughter, she calls them Abby cows. So that's the card we're going to start with today, is our cute little Abby card. So the card itself, holy cow, I just think that is so funny. And then you can write any sentiment you want inside. So just to show you a few of the supplies, this is our new paisley paper. I hope you'll enjoy it as much as we have. It comes in 10 different colors, and you'll find it sold separately and in our collection pack on our website, so lastingimpressions.com. And then we have, of course, card cutout number 838, the cute Abby Highlander cow, and then the flowers that go with it. So card cutout 841. But as you remember, I like to do and demonstrate a little different card, so it gives more ideas for our little demonstration here. So we've taken our little Abby cow, and we've gone with the same theme, but this one, holy cow. And I'm going to show you now how to make that. I'll just show you a few of the supplies we've used. We have our book collage paper, which that is cute with any card you make. We have our horseshoes, card cutout 842, and we have used the two smaller card cutouts, as well as our blackbird watercolor dots. So this one has kind of a fun little sentiment or little window that it opens. So that's what I'm going to show you today. Just give you a few little tips and tricks. Now, you may already know how to do it, and maybe you could share some with us on our Facebook page. So, and we'd love to certainly see your creations on Facebook. So what I do is I just fold my card in half first. Now, I've already cut it to a half sheet of paper, so it's 5.5 by 8.5. And then I open the front of the card. Now, if you don't have a paper trimmer, that is certainly a good investment. I like the one that opens up, and so you have a 12-inch cutting surface, which means you can cut your 8.5 by 11 papers easy. Now, if you have a smaller one, that works good too. So you'll just figure out what works good for you. And then the top cut is actually 1.25 inches. Now, this is to make the little flap. So I'm actually only going to cut until I get to my fold. So that works as my little gauge there, so I know how far to cut. Then I'll flip my card around, and this time I want my flap to be 1.75 inches. So if you'll notice, I have my card right side up this direction. And now you could either start at your fold line or cut up like we did before. I'm just going ahead and sliding it down. So now you can see we have our 3 little strips. Now, you can do so many different things with just this simple technique. What I have done this time is I am adhering the bottom and top flap down, and I am using double-sided tape, but feel free to use any adhesive that you have or that you're comfortable with. And I'm gluing my top flap down, so I have just this cute little flap here. And then for the little embellishments, I've actually taken these little horseshoes and I've cut them out, and I cut out my Abby cow. Now this one, honestly, it uses the card cut out 844 as well. And the things I have used on here is the cute little Abby cow, and this one is a small size. And then I've cut out the little flowers, as we'll talk about later when we get to the inside of the card. And then I also used this larger holy cow. And then I used card cutout 830, and I just cut one of the strips, and it was a little bit larger than the width of the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out quick. Now you could also use your paper trimmer for this, but I seem to just use my scissors because I don't want to get out another trimmer, but feel free to use the trimmer if you want. And I tend to go for a little whimsical style of my card. So then what I do is I position this on my card how I want it. And again, I am just going to use my double sided tape, but you could center it like so, or I'm actually going to offset it just a little bit. So I'm going to use my double-sided tape. I'm going to move it in just a little bit and then up a little higher. Now you could cut that with your paper trimmer, or feel free to just take your scissors and use your paper, the card inside to use as a guide. So then I have taken all my pieces. I've already cut them out. Let's see if I can get them here. Oops. So I have my horseshoes, I have my holy cow, I have my little Abby cow, and we're just going to place them. Now so to make sure you can see all the area you have to work with, I actually open the card and now I can see exactly where things are, and I've already added some adhesive to those. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of mounting tape. The mounting tape is fun because it gives you a little more dimension on your card. So the first two things, I just simply used my double-sided tape. But now I'm going to take my little sentiment here. And take off the lining. And I'm simply going to just tuck that in under the horseshoe. I just think it's cute tucked in a little bit. And if you need to add another little piece of tape when you add that little thing, don't worry about doing that. Just go ahead and add your little piece. I've also got my little Abby cow here. So I'm going to just use my little mounting tape for that as well. And I'm just going to adhere it to the bottom. Now I want this little top of the horseshoe to show too, so maybe I'm going to, it cuts off a little bit in my words, so I'm just going to kind of reposition that so I can still see that. I'm going to go ahead and add my Abby cow here. Now you could stop just like that. I think that is super cute. Or depending on who you're giving the card to, if it's for a girl, then you could add little flowers. But the thing I like about our Wild Wild West theme is it is very masculine as well. So you could simply keep it like this. But let me just show you how cute it is to just add the little flowers to our little Abby cow. I just think it's darling. But we're going to go ahead and leave them off. But when I opened the card, I didn't really like this white showing here. So I simply cut me a piece of our Blackbird watercolor dots that I'm going to just use my mounting tape. No, I'm going to use my double-sided tape. Now I like to make sure that it's positioned just as close as I can, and I cut this, I cut this so you can do anywhere from like 3 3/4 inches wide, and then your 4 1/4, 3 3/4 to 4 inches high, and then it's 4 1/4 wide because that is the size of your card. But look what a cute little finishing touch that is to the front of the card as well. Now the fun thing is I like to do things inside of the card too. So I simply cut out, it's your birthday, and then I use, there's a small frame that comes with this little stitched frame as well, and so I've added that. And the thing that is nice about that is it gives you a little bit of room to sign your name, leave a little message, just a cute little sentiment of how much they mean to you. So just a cute little happy birthday. And look how cute that is. Now, of course, if you were doing this, if you use flowers on the front, you could certainly add some little flowers on the inside of your card too. So isn't that cute? Holy cow, that's a cute card. I just had so much fun with that cute little Abby cow. Okay, the next card I want to do is our Giddy Up. This, I think, is just really, really fun. I like the softness of adding the flowers to the cowboy boot. We've also used this same stitched frame, and this is a new one. It is inchworm green, so it just gives you a little softer touch than the black and white did. So the things that we used in that was our pink geranium paisley paper, the stitched frames in the inchworm, the cowboy boots, and we have two styles here. More solid white, maybe has more of a feminine look, and then our darker brown. And then we have our little flower collection, and those flowers are so fun. You could just tuck them anywhere on the boot and it would be cute, as well then as your words or your sentiments. So I wanted to do a different little twist, of course, to that card, but I wanted to start with the cowboy boots just the same, but I used the darker ones this time. And then I wanted to add, let me get all my pieces together here. So we also have used our horseshoes, 842. Here's our cowboy boots, 837. We've used the sentiment, of course, as well. And then we have used our, let me see if I can see them here quickly. Yes, it is our little patriotic popsicles and little banners. So I've got all my pieces cut out. I've got my boots hooked together. Now on this card, we are actually going to use a pair of boots. And I just wanted to add the little touch of the horseshoe. So I'm just simply going to add that here. And I also have the little sentiment. I'm going to go ahead and use a little more tape on that. Keep it all in place. And then I have this cute sentiment, Cowboy Up. Now, I think that is the perfect sentiment if you're sending someone good luck, or you can do this, you know, encouraging them on, as well as you could put it's your birthday inside as well. Some people don't like to face it, it's their birthday. And then I've used this little banner from the card cutout 843. I think this is just such a cute little patriotic banner. And my whole idea was to keep the masculine theme working for us, because it's hard to find cards for men. So I am going to add the patriotic little banner here rather than flowers this time. So now, of course, you could do flowers. So what I'm doing is I've taken this little banner and now I am cutting it apart. And I've got the little stars here, but you can see there's a little bit of red that shows, but that's not a problem. And as well, this is not as cute showing this little cutout. And how do you finish that off? Well, what I decided to do is I was just going to tuck it in the back side of my card. Now you could use this here and tuck it in, but I would tuck in the red side, because then you're hiding that as well. And then now you could also, this is a little shape that is on the card cut out for the sentiments for the Wild Wild West. So you could use that as well. And then let me just show you how cute this looks on our Rusty Bucket. I don't know if you've used our Rusty Bucket paper, but it is so fun. And I hadn't used it actually for a little while. So it's kind of fun to get it back out and experiment and have some fun. Now, I tried several papers before I chose this one, and they all honestly were so dang cute. And then just fold your card. You want to make sure it lines up. And then I liked the side with the rusty up, so you can see, look how cute that looks. And then tuck your message inside. Now, I also wanted to show you on that card cutout, there's a little bonus, these little patriotic popsicles. They are so fun. I just couldn't leave them out. So I just showed you easily how you can make a cute little tag. Hook it on to some soda pop or a candy bar or whatever you can find that you just want. A bag of popcorn, wouldn't that just be cute with this? So it's just the 2 popsicles. I added the little flowers. I did cheat a little bit because this is really tomorrow's flower. Tomorrow is strawberry days. I don't know if you have strawberry days in your area, but we have them here, and it's just amazing everything they can do with strawberries. So I did sneak out tomorrow's little strawberry blossom here and added the little Let Freedom ring, punched a hole, and just added a little string. I just think that turned out so cute. I really, really like those patriotic popsicles. Okay, let me see here. Okay, our third card. It is really a lot of fun. So the card that I used for the beginning of this one is this cute little good luck. Now it's used the horseshoe, and I think the sunflowers and this patriotic paper with this little banner tucked behind feels masculine as well. So feel free to add your own sentiment. Maybe it's a happy birthday or whatever you want. And I think the sunflowers, being they're yellow and they're just a little more rustic, they are a good addition without making the card feminine. So, and then you open it up and it's just lined with the cute red and white grungy jumbo stripes, as well as our grungy blueberry pie polka dots. Those papers are so much fun. I'm sure you're enjoying them, but give them a try with other cards because they are fun. So I cut out the pennant again, just like the little banner. And this time I have the little, this is our dotted new little dotted frame, and it is actually with the red wagon dots. And I think that's so cute. I really like how that just makes that pop. But look how cute that is on there. I am just simply going to use my double-sided tape, put that on here, and look how cute this is, just sitting on the card like that. I just think that is so cute. But you know, once you start building, and remember this, you're never sure what the card is going to look like when you're done. When I was doing the little, I lost this card, the Holy Cow card. You know, when I first cut the strips, I thought I was going to keep the bottom as the flap, but the more I got going, I liked the middle one being the flap. So be free to explore and change things up a little bit, which is what I did here. I saw on Pinterest they had cute big wall hangings, and instead of stars, they had roses. I'm like, that's cute. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can add some of those strawberry blooms to my flag, my little pennant here. Look how cute that is. And then, you know, you just get thinking, and sometimes when you hook papers together, and if this one is I had double-sided, sometimes when you fold it, it kind of is a little awkward when you open it. So I decided to just staple that cute little pennant inside, and so I folded it and I just stapled it right on the fold. Just one staple, so it's very easy. But now you actually have a place you could leave a little message here. You can write on the inside. And look, this is cute, just on the front of those jumbo dots. I think that is really a fun twist. And then I got thinking even more. I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't that be cute in our doodle tag envelope? So I just have our red wagon doodle tags. And look how cute. You just tuck this inside. Watch for your little leaves, and you have got the cutest little note, tag, whatever you want to give to someone. So Isn't that cute? Well, I hope you've enjoyed being on the ranch with me today in the Wild, Wild West. I hope you have a great day and have fun with our Wild, Wild West theme. Happy camping!